your home feeling so small, here's what you think about before you upsize your home.
Maybe your toys are everywhere, bedrooms are crowded, nobody's making their beds, the kitchen is a mess because it's a working kitchen, working table, and maybe you just need more space and place to put things away, to relax, to breathe. This can be very familiar to many people who bought a smaller home and now they are really considering upsizing the home. But before you break the bank and upsize the home, let's talk about, instead of just browsing online, let's talk about 7 things to consider before we start making that big move and big change. And then also we do have this is written down for you, so don't stress and have to take notes.
Exactly. Therefore, the first thing that we wanted to talk about, of course, is your home, or does your home still fit your lifestyle? Of course, sometimes change happens super fast. For example, one of the aging parents, hopefully both of them are alive, they might move with you. Your kids go to the college, or they even grow up from elementary school to middle school or high school, or you get a job remotely that you wanted to work at home. Therefore, you need that space as an office. Therefore, there are lots of things going around the house that might change your lifestyle. As a result, you need to know what exactly fits to your need at the present moment.
Like what?
Like, for example, you might need more bedrooms, or you, as I said, a home office that you need to work on remotely, or you need a better layout because everything is crowded. You wanted an open concept that you can fit your kitchen table, your dining area, and also flex room for the kids. Or you need a bigger backyard because your kids wanted to run around and they wanted to have fun, and your home is small, but this backyard is going to help you.
Okay, and next thing we're going to talk about, number 2 on this list, is how much is this home going to cost you? More space typically means more money, and so yes, your home might be appreciated in value, but everything else also is appreciated as well. So we really have to look at what these numbers are, and we also have to ask ourselves, it's not just the mortgage, it's how much higher will the mortgage be, of course, but you also have to think about taxes, insurance, utility bills, because the more we use, the more we have. Are we looking at places with the HOA fees? What are the HOA fees? What are the school costs if we move into this new neighborhood? What are do I have to add more gas in order to my life to get these kids to school? Are you having to furnish, or are your stuff going to work? So there are still prices that go. Number 1 thing is making sure we understand our budget, and knowing our budget up front means that we can make informed, smart decisions.
Exactly. And number 3 is really what you need to have in your next home. And my wife covered some of them, but you need to know, for example, how much space do you need for each family member? For example, if your kids are grown up, you need to have like a separate bedroom for them now, because they wanted to have a privacy. Or, as I said, a layout, because layout is super important. Sometimes because of the layout, the living room is so small and the evening time family cannot spend time together. Or the neighborhood that you're looking or living right now, maybe it's super crowded, the houses are super close to each other, and you wanted to go somewhere that the house is spaced out and you have more privacy for you and your family.
It's not just about that, it's about what fits into your daily life. Like, what do you really need to do every single day? And what is not just that, it's also the pace and your value. So maybe you do love living in a city and you want to be next to everybody, but you just need more space because you need that home office. You really have to look at what fits your life. Exactly. The next thing we're going to talk about is, of course, what is your home worth? Number 4. Yes, online tools can tell you a certain number, but they can be wrong, and they often are wrong. A real estate professional like us can really give you a real assessment on the value. So you want to look at the smart sales price, not just how much the most you can get, but what is the actual smart home sales price in order to sell that home so you can move on to the next one. How much equity do you actually have in this home after you've talked to your lender? And deciding what upgrade you're going to make, or if you're going to sell as is, are things that we really have to understand, because sometimes fixing things is going to help us make more money.
Exactly. The next question, it could be a little bit stressful. Why? Because should you sell first or buy first? That's a very good question. That depends on your area, because the first thing is, depend on your income. Sometimes you cannot carry 2 mortgages together.
Or they won't let you.
Or they don't let you. Therefore, would a short bill rental is going to work for you, or for example there's some kind of loans like a bridge loans that can help. And then of course depends on also your local housing market is. Is a seller's market, buyer's market, how long does it take for something like your house to sell in the market? Therefore, these are the questions that you need to ask. And of course, the best thing is connecting with a professional like us to make sure that we give you a whole picture.
The next thing, number 6, we're going to talk about, again, going back to the monthly budget, but it's not just what I said before. There is more to talk about with this budget. So if you're approved for the biggest loan out there, maybe you can get the $1 million home. That doesn't mean that that's going to work in your lifestyle. So we don't want to go into the you can afford it, because if you can't, you can't. So the larger the mortgage payment, after you've already gotten pre-approved, will come with a higher mortgage payment, more utility bills, upkeep and maintenance, furniture, upgrades. So it's not just what you qualify for, it is also going to be what really works for your lifestyle, because maybe you are big on saving on retirement. Or something of that sort. You know you need a certain amount of cash in order to do whatever it is you need to do because you're running a business. Just because you qualify for $10 million doesn't mean you should spend $10 million if the $500,000 home is perfectly fine.
Exactly. Now, the number 7 also is, do you have the right team to help you? Because it's not just selling a home or buying a new home, it's a new chapter. Therefore, you need the right support team to help you, to handhold you, and that's all makes the difference. For example, you need a real estate agent or team of real estate agent professionals that can understand the family of needs and then how they can base of your needs and the budget helps you. And of course, this comes with a good lender. A lender professionals that can give you a whole option, clearly lay out the financial point of view for.
And we normally, when we talk to our clients and you've not been pre-approved, it's totally fine. We typically will listen to you and then tell you who we think might work best for you. And we have groups, and it depends on what you are looking for. So I would say that that's just something that we can help you with as well, so you don't feel stressed about it, because maybe that new construction deal is your best. I don't know.
Exactly. Therefore, the next thing also is a plan that, since it's a teamwork, that fits exactly what you need, because you need to know about the market, you need to know about the finance, and you need to know about what is the best choice for your scenario to start your new chapter.
So we have created a guideline, seven things to consider when buying a home or selling your home or to upgrade or to your next bigger home. And maybe at the end of the day, you're going to keep your first home and use it as rental income. All of these are possible, and all these things are discussed in the guide. So I just want to point that out. You have so many options, and I can't wait to talk to you about these things.
Exactly. Don't forget to look at all of our playlists about everything about Greenville, Winterville, North Carolina, and everything about housing market to give you a whole view. And don't forget to subscribe in our channel to support us. And don't forget to call us at 252-327-3357. Happy to connect with you and help you, and see you next time.